Back at Bristol, the leader is the pace car. We're under caution for just the second time in this race. Already past halfway. This time it was a solo spin in turn number 2 for Sam Hornish Jr. that brought out the yellow. And should bring all the leaders to pit road right here. Logano, Sadler, Bain, Harvick, Keselowski, the top 5. Vince, you lead us off.
Brad Keselowski comes in 5th place. Keselowski is using the words like disconnected and inconsistent describing the car. So they're going to put a rubber in the left rear, going with the air pressure adjustment back from what they did on the previous stop and make a 4-tire change.
Right side tires only for Trevor Bayne. He said the entry and exit are okay. I'm tight in the middle. They made an air pressure change in the right front to tape off the grill because the car running a little bit warm. They burn.
Doc, all the drivers on your screen will take enough Sunoco fuel to get to the end. They'll all take 4 tires as well. Their cars are mostly tight except for Harvick's, which has gone to the loose side. They will all make adjustments. Lito Logano's team goes to the left side. He will get beat off of pit road by several cars who strategize on him, guys.
Yeah, saw some 2-tire stops from some others besides Trevor Bayne. There, David, we'll recap the pit action for you and reset the restart in Thunder Valley. Tomorrow night, ESPN has an NBA doubleheader, 7 Eastern. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and the Heat host Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. Then at 9:30 Eastern, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Trailblazers take on Kevin Durant and the Thunder. It's the NBA on ESPN, ESPN3, and streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app Sunday night.
So Dwight Howard is still playing for the Magic.
He is still playing for the Magic. This caution brought out by Sam Hornish, who had trouble in turn 2 just a minute ago, did not get any help.
No, he didn't, and this has been a trouble spot for Sam all weekend. He spun over in turn 2 yesterday in practice.
Tell you what, though, it's hard to do. Spin around here at Bristol, not hit anything.
As we come to the restart, cars taking wave arounds to get back on the lead lap, not pitting under the caution. Brian Scott, Michael Annett, Mike Bliss, and Kyle Busch back on the lead lap. Green flag, 137 to go. Trevor Bayne is the race leader.
Again, seeing the difficulty of trying to get up to speed off of that bottom lane on these restarts. Ricky Stenhouse was the one this time. He fell back to 4th.
That 18 car, Joey Logano. Caution, trouble in turn 1. TJ Bell sliding down through traffic after contact, and nobody else hits him.
This will be a big break for Kyle Busch now.
Yeah, and those other wave rounds, Brian Scott, Michael Annett,
and Mike Bliss.
Back on the lead lap. Now they can make that pit stop and be back even with all the rest of the cars.
TJ Bell involved in bringing out the 3rd caution. Let's see what happened in turn 1.
Looks like he just lost it.
Yeah, as wide as we talk about this racetrack being, you still can't get into the corners at a very high there because there's just no grip whatsoever. There's no rubber down at all.
So TJ Bell's first NASCAR Nationwide Series race here at Bristol is not going to go the way he was hoping. 3rd caution, the race is out with Trevor Bayne leading.
Under our 3rd caution at Bristol Motor Speedway, so let's recap what's happened so far with our Ram race rundown, starting with Kyle Busch and his roller coaster of a day.
I tell you what, Kyle Busch has been flat flying today. There's a lot of controversy with this new team having problems, but he's got it really running good. Car's been running bottom of the track, middle of the track, but he had some problems with the right front tire. The lug nuts are loose right here. The team has changed the right side tires. Back up in the track now.
Back on the lead lap and in 16th, Danica Patrick.
Yeah, she got lapped, obviously, here at lap 50, but the thing I've noticed about Danica, she stayed in that 1 lap down area. She's moved into the top 20. It's not a bad day for her thus far, just making laps, getting to the end of the day.
Not a bad day, but not a great day for Sam Horner
No,
Jr.
he's been having
He's hit a lot of things.
Boy, he even hit a pit crew member right there. I mean, the car has been loose. He's been spinning out. Right there, looks like he's got his brake adjustment. Too much rear brake in the car. The thing's really getting loose. Having a tough problem for Sam Horner is kind of uncharacteristic for that team, I think.
That pit crew member is okay, and right now Sam is in 18th. Alan?
I guess the other headline of the day, Nicole, would be what a clean race it's been so far. Didn't have the first caution till the race was over 100 laps old. Our in-race reporter for the day is Kevin Harvick, the 5-time Bristol winner. He's running back in 8th right now.
Kevin, Dale Jarrett, got a copy?
Sir.
Looks like you've got a pretty strong horse. You got this car where you need to win right now?
I think we got the car better. It's been too loose. We got ourselves back here a little further than you'd like to see, but we'll see how the 2 tires plays out at the end of the run compared to the 4. But narrow track, man. It's hard to pass. You get up high and pin the guy down low, and they can't pass you, so it's a tough place to race.
Just no grip on the bottom to make that pass from there?
The top is just so fast, and the cars are loose right now, so it was a lot better before they repaved it, I can tell you that for sure.
All right, man. Good luck. Thanks.
Thoughts of Kevin Harvick as we are now 1 lap away from the restart. Quick reminder, American Le Mans Series Mobile 1, 12 hours at Sebring at noon Eastern tomorrow on ABC. Then next weekend, this nationwide series is on to Southern California. We have qualifying ESPN2, 1:30 Eastern next Saturday. And the race from Auto Club Speedway of Southern California next Saturday, 5 Eastern on ESPN. It has been a Joe Gibbs Racing dominated place, that racetrack in Southern California. We'll see how it plays next weekend. Joey Logano talking about restarts. He was the leader earlier.
On the initial start, the inside lane just doesn't go through the gears because the outside guys got the lead.
Well, the good news is probably 10 more restarts, so you'll get the outside eventually. Then you're going to go get that checker.
That's right. And if we don't get the inside, we'll still get the checker.
That's confident. There again, that inside lane did not get going on the start.
Now, Justin Allgaier really spun the tires, held Elliott Sadler and Joey Logano back, but
nice
trying
save
to make
there.
it work into 31 right now.
Stenhouse in that 6. You see the front end of his car wobbling back and forth off of turn number 2. Kept his foot in it, though, and he's got second place. Now, you heard Kevin Harvick mention, while we talk with an in-race reporter, about 2 tires. Remember, back to a couple of cautions ago, the pit stops by the leaders. Trevor Baynes, 60. Stenhouse in the 6. Allgaier in the 31. Got just right side tires. All these guys chasing them got 4 fresh tires.
I think what Kevin was saying, we'll see how this plays out. If we can get a longer run here, if the 4 tires will prevail in that situation.
On the last restart, Joey Logano in the 18 trapped in that inside lane. Elliott Sadler went by him. Now Logano and Sadler trapped in the inside lane. Here comes 22 Keselowski and 33 Harvick around the outside.
Yeah, Elliott Sadler just has not been able to find a hole to get up. He's got a fast race car.
His teammate there, Harvick, he didn't cut him any slack either. He just took that outside lane away.
That teammate's in theory. This doesn't have a thing to do with as far as these drivers are concerned. I mean, you give them a break every once in a while, but it's about track position right now and getting where you can.
Yeah, you need to get it early. I do believe these 4 tires are going to prevail in the end. But if you can get some of that track position now, it's going to make it a lot easier down the road.
Remember a little while ago, we talked about spotters having a number, and drivers and radios and so on, and Brad Keselowski saying, tell that 31 spotter I've had enough.
Well, he's within shouting distance. He can tell him himself now.
Yeah, and it may not be over the radio.
Yeah.
I bet you he gets the message, right?
Allgaier 31, Keselowski 22 for 3rd place.
Keselowski really loose getting down into the corner there.
Oh, man, there's a lot of contact there on the back straightaway. Almost a kind of a stack up behind this 31 of Allgaier.
Allgaier
Cost him about 4 spots with that slide, if not more.
He was running really, really high, and I don't know if that was just to make sure he gave Keselowski room or if he was trying to find some speed in that lane. But while we watch this, Brian Scott behind the wall in the Gibbs 11. So Allgaier goes from racing for 3rd all the way back to 7th. Contact there.
No contact. It's just like Allgaier wanted to try to get in there and stay on the outside of Keselowski. Sometimes you just overdrive it a little bit, and that shows you just a couple of feet will put you out of the groove.
And track position, that'll be hard to make up. Well, that's not where Brian Scott wanted to be steering his 11 car, Vince.
Well, it's unfortunate, too, because Kevin Kidd, the crew chief, told me before the race, he said, I think we've got a really good piece today. They were fastest in the second practice, but it wasn't long into the race before Brian Scott was complaining about the clutch. It said it barely engaged on their last pit stop. They knew they had a problem, so they're looking at that issue, and then also the temperature had gotten up beyond 250, so multiple concerns for Brian Scott in the 11.
Behind the wall. And he was 17th at the time he pulled off. Well, up front, Trevor Bayne wasn't even supposed to be in this race as of 7 days ago. From Knoxville, Tennessee, just an hour's drive up the road from this Bristol racetrack, he's got the lead in pursuit of a trophy.